Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
This is in the District Court of Butler County, Kansas. This is the first appearance docket of October 28, 2024. I'm David A. Ricke, District Judge. The first case that we'll address on this docket involves an individual named Murtada Abdullah Alwani. Okay, you're muted on that end.
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Alwani, the information before me is that you were brought in on suspicion of aggravated assault. However, the state has not yet filed charges on you. So let me ask you, where do you reside?
Say that again.
Where do you live?
I live in Wichita.
Okay, what's your address? Okay, is there an apartment number or anything? All right. The reason why I asked that, Mr. Alwani, is I'm going to be inclined to go ahead and release you at this time. I do note that I have an Arabic interpreter here.
Yes, I speak Arabic, but no, I speak English fairly well. I've been here for like 11 years, so I can speak English. Some words I did not understand it, but if I will tell you if I did not understand it, sir.
Okay.
If you might allow me, this is Majda Dawdi. I'm here to help with an Arabic interpretation if needed for Mr. Murtada.
Okay, I'm going to have you hang on for now.
Sure.
If I need you, I'll go ahead and administer an oath and we'll go ahead and utilize your services. I do appreciate your presence today.
Sounds
Mr.
great.
Alwani, I'm going to be releasing you at this time, but I also need to instruct you that what likely will happen is that the county attorney's office will later file charges against you.
Okay.
And then they'll likely issue a summons, which will be served upon you, and then you need to come back to court at the date and time that it tells you to.
Okay, I will.
Okay, so you need to respond to that summons if and when you get it.
Okay.
And we want to make sure we have an address on you where they can serve it. Otherwise, they're going to arrest you again, and I'm sure you don't want that.
Yeah, I don't want that. Yeah, I will be in the court.
Okay, very good. All right, Mr. Alwani, do you need the interpreter to get any clarification on anything from the court?
What does that mean? Like, what?
Do you need the interpreter who is to interpret things into the Arabic language for you?
No, I got what you're saying. I really understand you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, unless there's some other reason you're going to be held in jail, I'm going to go ahead and order you released.
Okay, thank you, Judge. Do I need a bond? I'll just like release.
You're just going to be released at this time because
Thank you
there's
so
no
much.
charges filed.
Thank you so much, my honor.
And Your Honor,
Yes.
I have communicated with my colleagues regarding this matter. It is the state's understanding that this matter has only recently been brought to my office's attention. The state is requesting that it be reset on the Wednesday first appearance docket with the anticipation of charges being filed at that time.
All right. Mr. Alwani,
Yes, sir.
I'm going to order you at this time to return to court 1:30 p.m. on Wednesday.
Okay.
Now, you can appear at the Butler County Judicial Center in El Dorado, Kansas.
Okay. I will.
All right. That's where you need to be.
Okay. I will be there.
Okay. Butler County Judicial Center, El Dorado, Kansas.
That-
1:30
right.
p.m. on Wednesday.
Okay. We will.
That will be October the 30th.
Okay. I
Do
will.
you need any help from the interpreter on that part, Mr. Alwani?
You said what was the date?
October the 30th, 2 days from now.
Okay.
You appear on the 1:30 p.m.
Okay.
docket
Yes.
at that time.
I will be there.
Mr. Alwani, I'm going to go ahead and order you released anyway. You
Thank
just
you
need
so
to come
much.
back on your own on Wednesday at 1:30, okay?
I will be there.
Now, it's going to get a lot harder for you if you don't do that. So make sure you show.
No. I understand, sir.
And Mr. Alwani, I'm going to recommend you come early to
Okay.
get checked in and make sure they get you to the right place, okay?
Like 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes early would be about right.
Okay. Sounds good.
Check in at the front desk at the Judicial Center. They'll tell you where you need to go, okay?
Okay, I will. Thank you so
All
much.
Okay. And if there's nothing further at this time, the Alwani matter will be in recess, and we'll move on to another case.
Here's the one.
Where do I sit? Right here or right there?
Yeah.
Chelsea Canfield.
Yes, sir.
This is State of Kansas versus Chelsea Marie Canfield, case number 2024 CR 493. Jared Ricke appearing for the state, Ms. Canfield from the jail Zoom location. Court has before it a charging document where count 1 is domestic battery, Class A person misdemeanor. These are generally punishable by up to a year in the county jail and up to a $2,500 fine or both. How do you plead at this time, Ms. Canfield?
I'm guilty for what I did. I'm really sorry for it.
Okay, are you sure you don't want to talk to a lawyer about this serious charge before you accept responsibility for it?
I just know
You
that I
can't
need,
afford your own lawyer, the court will appoint you one.
I just know that I need to possibly get home to my kids. We're the only I don't have any family out here. My husband, he's the one that works and makes money. I'm a stay-at-home mom. And I get my kids to school. My husband's a
You're
truck
getting ahead
driver.
of yourself just a little bit. We're just dealing
Okay.
on one thing at a time.
Okay.
You want to talk to a lawyer about this?
No, sir.
Are you sure?
No, sir. Yes. I think I'm okay. I think I don't know. I've never been in this situation, sir. I'm sorry. I've never been in trouble my whole life. I'm a straight A student. I graduated from college with honors, with a high GPA of 4.42.
All right.
I'm a nurse now. We moved here 3 years ago, and I'm a stay-at-home mom because I don't know anybody back here to take care of the babies, and so my husband works. We got into an argument over finance.
Okay. I don't want you to say too much. I don't want you to get yourself in trouble.
Okay.
I'm not sure I really want to take a plea. You're wanting to take responsibility for a Class A misdemeanor, punished by up to a year in jail,
No, sir,
without even talking to a lawyer about it.
no, I don't want, no, I don't want to stay in jail. Is that what I need to do, is talk to a lawyer so I don't stay?
Yeah, I think you definitely need to talk to a lawyer on this.
Okay.
I'm going to enter a not guilty plea. I'm
Okay.
going to set you on a future docket.
Can I have a bond or
Well,
no?
we'll talk about that in a minute.
I'm sorry.
Can you afford to hire a lawyer?
Not currently, no, but I can afford to pay a bond.
Well, I've heard enough about your situation to make a finding of at least partial indigency, and I will appoint a lawyer to represent you. Darren Patterson will be appointed. What bond are you recommending, Mr. Ricke?
Your Honor, besides all standard conditions, including no drugs or alcohol, peaceful, nonviolent contact with the victim, and no cohabitation whatsoever, the state is prepared to recommend a $2,500 bond. I will defer to the court as to whether cash or surety is appropriate. This is a case where, pursuant to paragraph 6 of the affidavit, the defendant admitted to slapping the victim across the left side of his face with an open right hand to law enforcement. It would also appear that this is a defendant with a prior history of at least completing a diversion back in 2021, to the best of my understanding, for similar charges, domestic battery and criminal damage to property.
Don't say anything. Okay. Sorry.
I'm not saying anything.
Okay.
All right.
See what you need to say.
Anything you want to say about the bond statement made by the prosecutor, Ms. Canfield?
No, sir, I don't think so.
We'll adopt the recommendation and set bond at $2,500. Cash or professional surety required. Require that the defendant not have any drugs or alcohol. She's to have only peaceful and non-harassing contact with the alleged victim in this case, Casey. You know who that is?
And my husband.
And for now, not knowing Casey's position in this matter, I'm going to restrict you from returning to the residence that Casey inhabits.
Okay. Is there any possible way that maybe he could go to a hotel and I stay at home with the kids so I can get them
Sure.
to school? Because
Sure.
he is a truck driver. He's not home all the time.
Well, as long as you're not in the same place at the same
Okay.
time,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
We're just trying to avoid conflict here.
I understand that. Yes, I understand.
All right, so 2,500 cash or surety. I'm gonna presuppose you can make that bond, Ms. Canfield.
My husband would have to pay it. I don't have any way to, I don't know anybody else and I don't have any
No,
money
all right.
myself.
Being
He would have to
insecure
pay the
then.
bondsman.
I'll set your next appearance for November the 15th, 1:30 p.m. before Judge Lee.
Okay.
November 15, 1:30 p.m. That's a Zoom docket that Judge Lee conducts. You must fully participate in that docket at that time, whether you're in jail or out of jail.
Okay. Am I leaving today on bond or no?
You
Will
can
I
post
be?
the bond with the assistance of
Okay.
a bondsman, more than likely,
Okay.
but the amount is 2,500 cash or surety.
Okay. I won't be able to afford the 2,500, but I can do a percentage of that. Maybe.
That's usually what a bondsman charges, but that's between
Okay.
you and them.
Okay. Like I said, I've never done this before. Thank you.
Well, I'm pleased to hear that, Ms. Canfield. Just need to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Oh, yeah, I know. I've learned my lesson.
Whatever it is,
Terrified me. Your
All
Honor,
right.
that terrified me. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'll never do it again.
If there's nothing further then,
No,
the
sir.
Canfield matter will be in recess. We'll move on to another case.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Court information.